In 1.5, we're now mixing it up. We're going to be talking about the approach of horn lines in a moment, but you notice that all we're doing is just playing a note of the chord that matches, and in this case, focusing on the use of octaves. And this is what we call our vertical approach. More on that in a moment, but basically, vertical just is referencing the chord, the fact that a chord goes up, at least thinking about on a staff, sheet music, right? We have root, third, fifth, flat seventh, ninth, etc. It depends on how high up in the upper extensions you want to go. But we're just playing a note of this vertical structure, the chord, and playing something repetitive. We're not playing more than one note in this case. We're just playing one note, bop, bop, in a nice rhythm. In this case, the Charleston rhythm. Now, we don't need to be dogmatic about only staying on one hole. That's just for exercise purposes. So in example 1.5, this is mixed major. What do I mean by major? Well, I'm focusing on the notes that have a very major quality. So 6-blow octave, that's our root note for the 1 chord. When we go to the 4 chord in bar 5, we stay on the 6-blow octave. It's just great to stay the same as the rest of the band is moving around you. You sure could go to the 4-blow, which is the root note of the 4 chord, but why not just stay on the 6-blow? It's the 5th of the chord, it matches. When the 5 chord comes, we'll go to the root note, 4 draw. When the 4 chord comes in bar 10, we go to 5-blow, which is the major third of the 4 chord. So what we get is a very major quality, and if the song is not very bluesy, example 1.5 is a great way to approach playing horn lines with the band. Now in this case, I do go ahead and go to the 4-draw octave for the turnaround. There's no turnaround on the jam track, we'll just imagine that there is one. All right, let's play 1.5 together. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the fact that there is no turnaround here, I could just stay on the 6-blow, last 2 bars, and that'd be more appropriate for this jam track. Remember that it's dynamic, right? Every song's a little bit different. If I were to play to our jam track, where John Lawton's singing and soloing guitar, you would find that it's completely appropriate. So I'm going to play example 1.5 now, while John sings and he plays fills in the guitar. 1.5, 2, 3, 4. Well, I've been waiting right outside the door. Yes, I've been waiting right outside the door. You used to be my baby, but I guess you ain't no more. You were my baby, I was. It's like a horn section. They're just playing something repetitive and consistent in the background. So 1.5 is very appropriate when the song has a very major feel, not really bluesy. Jump and swing blues, yeah, this is definitely an appropriate thing to play with this. Now, example 1.6, mixed bluesy. I use this one a lot, and especially when the song has a bluesier feel, or if it's in minor, though I need to be careful of the 2-blow, 5-blow on the 4 chord, because that's the major third of the 4 chord, so I would change that. It's very usable. I find myself using this a lot. Our 1 chord is 2-draw, 5-draw, it's a root and a flat 7th. And it's really hip to play the 2-blow, 5-blow on the 4 chord, which is the third of the chord. This would only be for major. We would need to play a flat third for the 4 chord. Well, we can't bend 2-blow, 5-blow down a half step. So I'd choose a different note, either play the 4-blow octave or most likely a 6-blow octave, which is the 5th of the chord. Comes back to the 1 chord, the 2-draw, 5-draw. The 5 chord comes, and now we're going to go ahead and play that bluesy 4-blow, the flat 7th C. Back to the 3rd of the 4 chord, and back to the flat 7th, back to the flat 7th of the 1 chord. And in this case, I didn't put a turnaround there. So let's listen to how it creates a more aggressive sound. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, ready, go. Well, I've been waiting right outside the door. Yes, I've been waiting right outside the door. You used to be my baby, but I guess you ain't no more. You were my... Much more aggressive sounding. So if I play example 1.5 to 1.6, could you play something that's a little bit less aggressive, 1.5, and then move into something more aggressive as the song starts to build? Absolutely. So I'll play 1.5 to 1.6. 1, 2, ready, go.
Well, I've been waiting right outside your door. Yes, I've been waiting right outside your door. You used to be my baby, but I guess you ain't no more. You were my baby, I was your man. Every day we walked hand in hand, but not now. Not no more. You used to be my baby, but I guess you ain't no more. You used to be my baby.
Yeah, this is a fun song. So you can hear how 1.5 was just matching. It didn't really bring anything bluesy out. It didn't add any textural elements to the song. It was just matching what was already there, playing root notes and fifths for the most part. Then 1.6 started to help to drive a little bit because it now has the flat sevenths and the thirds. So keep in mind 1.5 is great when you don't want to grab a lot of attention. You just want to melt into the background. 1.6 is really great when you want to add that bluesy flavor to the sound. All right, let's go ahead and move on.